What is PlayStation Plus? How does PlayStation Plus work? Is PlayStation Plus and a PSN account the same thing? Do I need to pay for PlayStation Plus? Yeah, there are a lot of questions out there about PlayStation Plus, and well, we're going to be covering all those questions in this video right here. So basically what we're going to be going over is what is PlayStation Plus and how it works. What do you get along with having PlayStation Plus if you do have it? So let's go ahead and do the intro first before we jump into that. Hello everyone, your favorite retired streamer, Wolfie here, coming at you with another one. And for those of you that are new, I'm Wolfie. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. What exactly is PlayStation Plus? Now, in order to really explain what PlayStation Plus is, I should point out that as of right now, let's say there are two different eras for PlayStation Plus. There is the era before PS4, so during the PS3 era, and anything that came out, any handhelds during the time of PS3. And then there is the PS4 era, so PS4 and any handhelds that came out during the life cycle of the PS4. And well, moving forward, as of right now, PlayStation 5 is exactly the same. It's going to be exactly the same as PlayStation 4 era systems and consoles for PlayStation Plus. But it could possibly change because the other platforms such as Microsoft with their Xbox and Nintendo with their Switch, they're going to be doing something different for their services moving forward, or at least that's what it's looking like as of right now. They're going to change up their systems. So Sony might end up changing up theirs just a little bit in order to stay competitive. So we'll see what ends up happening, but as of right now, it looks like it's going to be exactly the same on the PS5 and all those other things revolving around that era. So PlayStation Plus. Now, for both of them, PlayStation Plus is a subscription service. Originally, it started with PS3. That's where PlayStation Plus first began. Now, on PS3 era consoles, PlayStation Plus was basically an add-on, a subscription service that you could get along with your PSN account. Once you had an account, you could subscribe to PlayStation Plus. And having PlayStation Plus, or subscribing to it, allowed you certain perks and benefits. So one of the major perks of PlayStation Plus was being able to download free games monthly. Normally they'd give you a couple or a few games that you'd be able to download monthly or every so often, and completely free. Now, as long as you had an active PlayStation Plus subscription, these games could be played at any time, even past the months which they were downloaded. So let's say I were to download those games back when I had a PS3 and I was playing it often, let's say March of 2011, and I downloaded Ratchet and Clank and I played it. Now, if I didn't play it for a few months had passed, let's say a few years even, it was 2013 now, and I still had the game on my console, as long as I had an active PlayStation Plus subscription, I could still play the game. So it was something that you'd pretty much get forever on that console, as long as you had unlocked it on your account and you had it there. Now, that applies to all the games. But if your subscription were to run out, let's say you didn't renew it, you didn't get a new subscription, well, when your subscription is down, it's not currently active, you no longer have access to those games that you had picked up in the past. But if you were to get a new subscription on your account, renew it, you would be able to play those games once again. So whether you can play those games or not is dependent on whether your PlayStation subscription is active. Now, on top of that, those free games that you're able to get and download and pretty much have forever, play whenever you like as long as you have that subscription, there were also other benefits that you did have. You'd be able to gain access to demos, time trials for games, and there were other things you were able to download as well, such as avatars and wallpapers, which were exclusive to PlayStation Plus subscribers. You'd be able to download those. So, quite a few things you were able to do with PlayStation Plus on the PlayStation 3, and primarily it was an add-on to your PSN account, which you would have to pay for. It was a subscription service, a paid subscription service. Now, that is for the PS3 era. So, let's go ahead and move on over to the PS4 era, where things are a little different. And I'll explain a little more how they're different, because I didn't really say what PS3 has or doesn't have that PS4 does or doesn't have as of yet. There is a major thing that I will mention that will be coming up. So, onto the PS4 era, or I guess we can call it the current era, especially since, as of right now, we believe everything will be exactly the same for PS5 and this entire era of PS5 consoles. So, moving on over to the PlayStation 4, right now we actually have the PS4 here in the background. Let's go ahead and we'll just turn it on and we'll hop into the store so that we can take a look at PlayStation Plus in the store, and we'll break it down. So we're going to head on into the store here. And once we're in there, we're just going to go down to PlayStation Plus. So here is the pricing for PlayStation Plus, and the pricing, 1 month is $9.99, 3 months is $24.99, and then 12 months you can get for $59.99. That is the current pricing. They do have discounts available at certain times throughout the year. From what I remember, they're usually around the holidays, December, sometimes November, and then at other times throughout the year, such as during the summer months, so roughly around June or so, they will have a discount available. And from what I have seen, that discount can be roughly you get a third off the 12-month subscription. I'm not going to mention the other ones because, well, I think it's pretty much something you don't need to think about here. If you can get the higher plans, the 12-month, definitely go for it, because major savings doing that. Say if you were to do the 1 month for 12 months, that's basically $120 right there for a year, whereas the 60 for 12 months, that's the best deal. And also, when the discount is going on, like I said, you can get roughly about up to a third off. So you'll see the 12 months for $40, maybe even $30. Yeah, so definitely go with the 12 months if you have the money available. And you don't need to get it right away. Just wait until they have the discount going on, roughly around the holidays. Best time for you to pick it up to get it. Now, on the PlayStation 4, similar to the PS4, when you do have a PlayStation Plus subscription, you do get free games monthly. On the PlayStation 4, you get roughly 2 to 3 games available to you every month for free, and as long as you have an active subscription on your PlayStation, you can play those games even outside of the month that you download them in. So at any time, basically, you can play those games as long as your subscription is active. Now, one thing I believe I did not mention about the PS3 era, which it also applies to the PS4 era for PlayStation Plus, is that having a PlayStation Plus membership also gives you access to discounts which are available on the PlayStation Store. Normally you'll see a little icon when you're browsing the store and you're looking to purchase something, and it'll let you know that there's a discount there if you're a PlayStation Plus member. So that is something there, and those discounts, they can be really big, from 25% all the way up to 75%. So they can really go up there, those discounts, and you could save a lot of money if you have a PlayStation Plus subscription. When you're browsing through the store, if you're looking to pick certain things up, they may have discounts available for people who are members of PlayStation Plus. So that is for both eras, so PS3 era and PS4. Now, on the PS4, a subscription is not required for an account or to play games. A subscription with PlayStation Plus, not required at all, and a PSN account is something entirely different, which there is no subscription fee in order to have or make. Sometimes you may see that when you sign up for your PlayStation Network account, they'll ask you if you'd like to sign up for PS Plus, and you can choose not to do that. You could just X that out completely and you'll be just fine. You'll be able to log into your regular PSN account just fine, no problems. So along with you being able to download those free games monthly, there are some other benefits to PlayStation Plus, such as with PlayStation Plus on PS4, you do have the ability to access games in early release. So sometimes they'll make it where if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can get exclusive access to maybe a certain demo, a beta for a game, a time trial. Yeah, certain things like that for PlayStation Plus members. Sometimes they will make those available early to you as a PlayStation Plus member, and well, you'll basically have access to it before everyone else, or sometimes for game betas, you're the only one who will have access, because in the past they have done that where PlayStation Plus members specifically, or should I say exclusively, have had access to game betas before the actual game came out, and it was only available to PlayStation Plus members or when they've had testing. Now along with that, on PlayStation Plus, when it does come to games and you being able to put your console into rest mode and having the game update while in rest mode, that is also a PlayStation Plus feature. Rest mode updating of your games or patching on the PlayStation 4. Now another feature of PS Plus on the PlayStation 4 and the PS3 actually that I have not mentioned, this is available on both of them, is that you have a certain amount of data which you can upload to their online servers, save data. So let's say you're playing a game and you get up to a certain part in the game and you have that data saved on your console. You can have that saved to the online storage, and that can be helpful in many ways. Let's say your game data on your console becomes corrupt and you need to delete it, and well, you don't want to just completely lose all your progress by having to do that. Well, thankfully you have what you uploaded to their online servers, and that's something that PlayStation Plus does allow you to do. It gives you a certain amount of free space on their online server that you can upload and download at any time your game data. So another use for that is, let's say you go over to a friend's house and you don't have your PS4 with you, but you happen to bring your game along with you to their place. Now, you won't have your save data, but if you want to access it, you do have the option through the online storage. All you would need to do is sign in on your account on their PlayStation, and as long as you had enabled it for your data to be saved online to the storage, you'll be able to download it on their console and pick up just like it was on your console. So that's another benefit there to PlayStation Plus, and PS3 era and PS4, that is available on both, and I believe the number is 100 gigabytes, so quite a bit of storage there for your game save data. Now, another thing with PlayStation Plus, and this is for the PS4 specifically, and it has to do with online multiplayer. Now, on the PS4, there are certain games which offer free online multiplayer, but for the majority of games on PS4 era consoles, you actually need a PlayStation Plus subscription, an active one, in order to play online. Now, only a few games out there that do allow you to play without one. Most of them you will need a PS Plus subscription. But if a game does have, let's say it has an online mode and it has an offline mode where you can play through the campaign, you'll be just fine when it comes to the offline mode where you're playing through the story or something like that. As long as the game has an offline mode, you're perfectly fine. But for some games, let's say it's an online only game, just because it's online only doesn't mean it'll be one that you'll be able to play for free or without PlayStation Plus. There are only certain ones that you're able to do that on, which are actually completely free, meaning no PlayStation Plus subscription is required in order to play it. And when it comes to the PS3, there are no games that are like this. PlayStation Plus is not a requirement to play PS3 games online. So that's a major difference there between PS3 era and PS4 era. So for online on PS4, well, you're most likely going to need a PlayStation Plus subscription to play your games if they have online. Unless it's a special case like Fortnite or some of the other ones out there. Now, one thing on the PlayStation 4 era that you're able to do that you actually did not have access to on PS3 because it wasn't a thing back on PS3. And what that is on PS4, you can share play. Now, share play, let's explain share play. So, share play, basically what share play is it allows your friends or other people with consoles to come and join you in your game. And they can join you as a second player, possibly a spectator, or sometimes you can have them take control of the game and you'll just be there watching them. So it's like having them on the couch beside you as you're playing. And well, you can do one of those three things depending on the game that you're playing. Certain games may not be multiplayer, maybe it's a one-player game. Well, in that case, you can possibly give them the control or let them spectate. Now, SharePlay allows you to do this. If you have SharePlay and they do not need the game in order to join you. So you could do two-player when they're at their home on their console and you're on yours. You can do two-player, or like I said, you can pass the controller over to them, let them play the game, and you'll be spectating while on your console at your home and without them having the game at all. So SharePlay is a pretty neat feature when it does come to the PlayStation. Only certain games do have SharePlay available, and of course you do need internet access in order to do SharePlay, so you would need internet access and so would they. So that's another feature there which was available beginning with PS4 era consoles, and that is available for PlayStation Plus subscribers on PS4. And it's only PS4 era for that one. That is not something available on the PlayStation 3. So there you go. That pretty much sums up everything PlayStation Plus. Now, if this video helped you out, I'd appreciate it so much if you can leave a like. Help me out by leaving that like and subscribe. And let me know if you have any questions, anything you're wondering about. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure myself or someone else, some really nice person, will hopefully help you out and answer that question if I see it. I'll try to answer it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Alrighty, I'm Wolfie, and I'll see you next time. Till then.